The more you care about something, the more you obsess, the more you're desperate about wanting, creating, having certain things, the harder it is for you to get that things, to create that things, to manifest that thing. And I'm sure you've already experienced this. This is one of the biggest paradox, and this is why detachment, reducing importance, is one of the biggest lessons I've learned in my life. And I'm still learning, I'm still applying it, and I'm still trying to really let go. The moment you truly understand this law that is often called the law of reverse effort, right, is that the less I care, the more I surrender, the less control, the less importance I put on nothing, the easier it is to get there, the more I can flow, the more I can make it feel like effortless. But the more I'm trying to have something done in a certain way, at a certain time, with a certain period, in a certain way that I want it to be done, the more resistance there is. And the more resistance there is, the more there's fear, the more there's doubt, the more there's anger, the more there's control, the more there's despair, the more there's hopelessness and the victim mentality. And before you know it, you're in that state of lack, you're in that state of low energy, of contraction, which again puts you out of balance, puts you out of alignment with what you want. Now you also have to understand that the more you're out of balance, the more you put too much importance on something, what you actually often experience, at least I know in my life I experience that a lot, is that the opposite of what I want happens. So I want that thing to happen, I want that client to sign, right? Boom, the opposite happened. Even though I thought it was a done deal, right? The more I want certain things to happen in a certain way, and the more I'm like putting that thing on a pedestal or that person on a pedestal, the more it tends to fuck up and not happen. So the question then of like letting go and detachment and surrender is to really understand the concept of importance. When there's too much importance on something, our ego takes the grip, and then it always leads to scarcity and lack and all those emotions. And when this is there, you can be sure that everything's gonna take time, everything's gonna feel hard, everything is gonna make you obsess about where it is and so on. You're gonna binge watch videos about how to manifest and how to make it. You're gonna do everything that you can to try to make that thing happen. And the harder you try, the harder it's gonna be, and the harder and the longer it's gonna take. So do yourself a favor and try and learn the art of detachment. And it's really just a mental and emotional game, because it's not like there's like a formula that you can apply and that completely dissolve that thing. It's simply to realize that I have put too much importance on that thing, that goal, that experience that I want to create. And because of that, it's making me sick. I can even tell you, like, I used to struggle a lot with public speaking or making videos. I would drive myself anxious and nervous about doing it right and perfect and making sure everybody likes it and understands it. And right? Because I was so tense, because I was having so much resistance between myself, or because I wanted that sales to go well and I wanted to close the client and whatever, I would end up screwing up, I would end up sabotaging, I would end up messing up, I would end up forgetting what I wanted to say, I would end up just underperforming. I'm sure you've been there. We all go through there, and the lesson is always obviously right in front of us. Let go. Freaking let go. It's this thing like, okay, if I go into that sales call, or if I go into that presentation, if I go to that place, right, or that date, or whatever it may be, and I'm just free, carefree, and I'm just going there to enjoy it, and I just know that I'm gonna do my best and see what happens. You know that you're gonna do it so much completely differently, right? But because there's the attachment and the unconscious projection on that thing, I need it to go well because I need to feel worthy, because I don't want to get fired, because I want my boss to like me, because I want to feel rich, because I want to feel successful, right? Because I don't want to feel embarrassed or stupid or whatever it may be, right? That's the thing. We want those things to go well. We want to get that thing, that goal, that situation, that whatever the goal may be, whatever you're projecting on it is how it will make you feel the moment you have it. And what you're subconsciously afraid of is to have the opposite happen, meaning losing face, getting angry, however you would feel if you don't get that need fulfilled. And so that's why there's so much despair and neediness into getting one, avoiding the other. And so this is why often the opposite happens, because the more you linger on that dark side, so to speak, the more it's likely to happen. So letting go or detachment is about realizing first that, okay, I'm projecting something on that thing, and that's okay. But realize that, okay, that thing will not fulfill me ever. I can feel good, it can be great, it can be a bonus, I can enjoy that experience, yes, but that thing will never give me the full fulfillment of what I think it will do. I used to think that money will make me feel worthy, whole, complete. And so I used to chase, put so much importance on having money, and I would be so scared of appearing with not enough money compared to others or my friends and so on. And so you get it, I used to struggle a lot with that because there was a lot of shame. I didn't want to appear, vulnerable and weak and lesser than others. So I was projecting on something. For some people it's success or relationship, whatever it may be, right? But as long as I didn't realize that, okay, what I'm really craving is to feel good about myself. And that's something I have to deal with me, my underlying insecurity, my underlying shame, my underlying emotion and so on, so I can integrate this. So I don't give a fuck anymore about what they want and what they think and so on, right? And I can just be me. And then I can just simply enjoy the journey and change my relationship with money. So I have less neediness and less scarcity and less need for that thing to make me into something that I subconsciously believed I wasn't. You get that? So the journey here is to realize again that I'm projecting something and then take that back and start embodying this. The journey of life. If you watch this channel, you know that it's all about becoming the person you need to be. And so if you are looking for something and places and experiences and things to go right in order to feel a certain way or to avoid feeling a negative way, it shows that between yourself, between your mindset, between your subconscious mind, there are unresolved issues that as long as they're not resolved, you'll keep projecting, you'll keep chasing something to make you feel good about yourself and your life. So it's never really about the people or the situation. It's never really about the client or the money or that success or that promotion. It's about realizing that I'm going to put those things off the freaking pedestal and I'm going to see them simply as they are. And a little bit of resistance and a little bit of importance is okay. But I'm going to make sure I'm not going to make it much bigger than what it is. I'm going to see it for what it is, but not bigger than what it is. And then one of the things that really melts away the importance for me is to contemplate the opposite, meaning I want that money or that clients or that sales to go well or the presentation to go well or whatever. What would happen if the worst case scenario happened? And if you can simply be at peace with contemplating this. Okay, I screw up. Okay, the client doesn't buy. Okay, this happens. Okay, it was a total failure. Okay, I went on a date and it didn't work out, whatever, right? If you can really contemplate that and be like, you know what, if the worst case scenario happens, then it's okay, I'll handle it. Often you can get to this point where you're like, you can release some of that load, because the more you accept the worst case scenario, acceptance dissolve what is. It's the same way that if you can accept your current situation, meaning I never get that thing and I only get what I have now, can I accept that? Can I be at peace with that? Can I be okay with that? The moment you're at peace with where you are and you're content with what you have and you're happy with what you have while you go for more, now you know you're in alignment. Now you know things will go fast. But the more there's resistance with regard to where you are, your situation, or who you are, certain things that you want to hide or change before you feel good, the more there will be resistance, and the more you will put people or things or experiences on a pedestal, the more you'll feel the despair, that powerlessness, that need to control. So this is why detachment is something that you must consciously practice. But you really just have to understand that, okay, where in my life right now am I putting so much importance? And then start taking that power back. What am I projecting there? What do I think this will make me feel? And realize that, okay, this is what I'm really craving. What am I not accepting in my life right now that if I were to accept will make this so much easier? And finally, how can I surrender this to something greater without me trying to control how or when it will happen, but just trusting that it will happen? And this is really how you can go about reducing importance and letting go and detach, so you can let it flow in your life. Let me know if this is valuable. If you learned something here, write something down in the comment. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'll see you next time. Be well.